Hello. Whoa. Start bringing it down a bit. Here we go. There it goes. The time is a little bit different today. A little bit different. We're in a different location. Looking a little choppy, but that's okay. We're running on the laptop. We're running on the mobile setup today. Maybe I should just go on vertical. Maybe I should just go on vertical live today. But hey, it's all the things that we like to do. We'll get the message out, even though it's looking a little choppy on my end, and I'm sure it's choppy on your end too. Let's jump in and see who's here today. I've got to click buttons. All right, yes, that's good. Bring that in, just so you know who we are. This is Creator Breakfast Live. Welcome back. Let's jump in and see who's joining us today. I know before the stream. No. I've forgotten how to do this. I'm clicking on the wrong things. Monique's in the house. Well, Monique was here before the stream there, but this is Monique in the house. Here we go. There we go. But also before the stream, live on YouTube, channel number 2, was hanging in the chat. Just right before we went live, Kevin Hawthorne in the house. Welcome to the stream. Creator Classroom is here with a double Doug dare happening there. The message is more important than choppy. That is true. That is true. I'm not in the usual studio today, so forgoing some of the bells and whistles like live stream consultants. Chris, welcome to the stream. Some of the things that we're forgoing today is using a Social Stream Ninja. We're just going old school Ecamm today. Got Ecamm. Ollie Smith is here as well. Hi Doug. Hi everyone. Boom boom. And unfortunately the custom emojis won't be coming through either. I probably don't even need to wear these headphones, to be honest. I've got no music to monitor. I don't have anything to monitor today. And I'm even going our wireless microphone, so hopefully that's all coming through good. None of the tricks. Chantel's here on the Fiberific channel, which is also modded, so it doesn't matter which way you go, as long as you're here. Yes, and things like hashtag joke don't work. Although last week I think I had the jokes turned off on Social Stream Ninja on my other setup. So yeah, no Social Stream Ninja today. We're just rocking it old school. Rocking it old school. Chantel's here as well on her main account. Yeah, it's been a weird sort of a day today coming into this. So just as a reminder to anybody who may have forgotten, everybody I see here in the chat so far, regulars, thank you for coming back and coming in as we've gone live. I will take these off in a second. One thing that I noticed today is there's a number of different things happening. We don't have a lot of new announcements today, but we will go over some of the things that Creator Insider mentioned on their short news flash this week. It was very short, and I think some of the items on their list we may have discussed before, so not a lot of brand new stuff. And we're going to do a little bit of testing as well shortly as well, which means I need to get this other phone set up. And I bumped something. I'm not sure what that was. Click here to begin broadcasting. That's what I want. I'll make sure that's coming through in a second. Cameras, what cameras are showing? Yeah, it's showing up in the feed. It's all good. So if you have a question for me, it's going to be pretty much open slather discussion, Q&A today. A little bit of news, not too much of that. Yes, it's the week of the month that YouTube is a little bit quieter than usual. We've had a few weeks of insane announcements and different things and a lot of different things to go through. Some of it I still haven't seen in the wild. A lot of stuff that's upcoming, a lot of stuff that some people have and some people don't have. We're going to look at some of that stuff today too. Rocking it old school. That's it. Rocking it old school. All right. What I'm going to do is let's have a look. I'm getting an ad on my own stream. Now I got to skip that. There we go. Oh, turn the volume down. That'd be good. One bug I've noticed today, even on different iOS devices, I was on my iPad. On some channels it wasn't working. On some channels it was. I will show you. Let's jump over. Let's jump over to that. Is it going to show up? Oh yeah, there it is. So that's me looking at the stream live there. You can see it like at the top of the live chat where it says top messages. There's nowhere to actually click to actually go and make, change it from top messages to all messages. There's no switch. I couldn't do it on either of Chantel's streams earlier yesterday or earlier today, depending on where you are. So that wasn't happening either. Although when I was on on the Linus Tech Tips WAN show live stream, I could change states. I could change states in the back end of this stream when I was doing my setting up and stuff. I could switch between all the different things. Now the other thing I wanted to check as well is whether I have that super chat goals. It doesn't look like I've got super chat goals. Like they have it on my here on the mobile, but I'm going to check my back end as well, because apparently it's supposed to be in where you go plus and do polls and Q&A, and I've just got Q&A and polls. So right now I don't have chat goals. I know that is currently in experiment, so not everybody has it. So those of you that do have it, Chantel included, good on you. All right. Let's jump back over where we can bring up comments and things. There we go. All right, a little bit of a delay in the transition there. All right. Let's have a look. Where am I up to? There's a question here. Elizabeth has a question. I'm going to need to keep my water bottle handy today. Can we review Shorts timeline? When do they actually start working for everyone? Okay, yeah, we can go over that. I don't think it's changed from what they announced. I haven't come across too many longer shorts in the Shorts feed, but I haven't spent a lot of time in the Shorts feed at the same time. So that's a thing. By now, any longer short between 1 minute and 3 minutes should get displayed in the Shorts feed, which means they should just come. They should be just queued up and come along in the queue. So you should see under 1 minute ones and over 1 minute ones in there. But everywhere else on YouTube, they will still look like they're actually long form. So you're going to get the thing with the 16:9 sort of thumbnail with the two like pillar box, and you got your vertical video in the middle. The thumbnails are going to look like that, unless of course you upload a regular thumbnail with it, which you can do at the moment. They're going to still show on your subscription feed and all that, and you're not going to see them show up in like a Shorts shelf at all, where you get the thumbnails of the Shorts. You're not going to see them in there probably till late this month, November. So in about probably 4 weeks. That's what they're in the process of changing over. So they should be getting picked up to get fed. If you get into like a feed, you should start seeing some of those popping up, but you won't see anything else. The other timeline will be actually making Shorts in the tools like the Shorts camera. At the moment, you can still only do up to 60 seconds. That's not going to be increased till 3 minutes until sometime in early 2025. So sometime in the new year. Whether that's January, February, March, April, May. I could literally go down to the first half of the year, but I would assume it's going to be in the first quarter sometime. But that's just my assumption. And so that's when you'll see that those tools are specifically give you the ability to do all the Shorts things, like on your mobile phone, for example. So they're the three timelines we're looking at. Now, YouTube have said if any of those timelines change, they will let us know. So at the moment, they haven't informed us of anything different. So we're just running with that until we're told otherwise. So we're looking at towards the end of November to see those currently uploaded long form videos to actually change over and actually start getting allocated as an actual short and show as a short, show on a short shelf, show in like the shorts divisions of your stats in the back end, all that sort of stuff. Right now they're just sort of lollygagging around as a long form video in every respect, just about, except for the fact that they will also pick up in the shorts feed, but they're not going to show on the short shelf. So if that's confusing, yes, it is confusing. Okay. All the wrenches. All right. Yes, you do have super chat goals. Let's say hello to Moa Man. Welcome to the stream. It's how the Build a Chair live stream happened. That's right. You were telling me that. That's pretty cool. All right. I'm going to take these headphones off because I just feel like I've got them on for no reason. And I'm probably raising my voice for no reason because I'm increasing my voice just so I can hear myself. All right. I'm going to keep looking, scrolling down. I still have questions and always looking for questions. I probably see all the questions, but if you have a question, in case it gets more people are coming in, put a queue in front of it. It's always good, but hopefully we'll pick them up if you forget to put the queue in front of them. Here we go. We've got NY and Nikki Baby with the flowers, also a channel member. I think was that a gifted? I think that was one of the gifted ones from a few weeks ago. Good morning. How does a moderator set a live stream to subscriber mode? It appears as if YouTube have removed the previous option above the chat box. The only way that I've known how to do it now, it just depends if you're on a mobile device or and that's probably what you're talking about, because I think that's the same thing that I mentioned just before. So let me do a demo. Go back to that iPhone screen one. You're talking about if I'm mobile, above the chat here, you can see right now there's no. It used to be like 3 or 4 lines with some squiggles or something. It made it look like it was like a options to go in settings, and you can go in there and toggle a bunch of different things depending on whether you're the streamer or whether you're the a moderator. You could see that and access various different things. Right now, I'm not able to access. This is like I'm logged into my account. I'm pretty sure. Let me just check. Am I? Yes, I'm on my account. I can see it down the bottom there. So yeah, I'll log into my account, but yeah, I don't have it. I think it's a bug, to be honest, on mobile. I think that's the case. I have seen that same issue happen on iPad as well. So it appears that that's probably the issue that you're talking about there. Let me jump back. I'll just go to that one for now. And let's have a look. Yeah, I think yeah, Chantel says managing moderators can do that from mobile. Yeah, but it's missing on mine at the moment. Like I don't have that access on mine at the moment. So I think it's a bug in the mobile apps at the moment. Maybe the current iteration that seems to disappear. Although I could, and it's the same area that if you tapped on it, you could go and change it from top message to all messages, or see fan funding if you're on the streamer or the mobile. I can still see it on desktop. Let's go. I can't share my desktop, or can I? On the only way then would be to go into desktop and change it. Let me see if I can jump to a desktop share. Oh yeah, screen capture. Right now you're seeing the live chat only. Let me see if I pop that up. They're still seeing the chat only. Okay, it's screen sharing that one. Okay, let me bring it down. It's screen sharing my second stream. I'm moving that back out. Give me a second. Move that back out. Okay, so right now you're seeing the chat. See, over on this version, on the desktop version, you can actually. Oh, what's going on there? Okay. Okay, it's doing some crazy stuff there. I'm just going to go into my settings and change the screen share here because something's going on. Oh, I'm getting a beach ball. I'm pushing my Intel MacBook Pro a little hard. Maybe I need one of those new M4s. Oh, there we go. Now we've got a black screen. I think I broke it. Let's go into screen share settings. Oh, that didn't work. Google Chrome. Can I just go with the, which one's the primary display? Is that it? Nope. Not doing anything. Okay, there we go. That'll do. Okay, so if you go into your live stream dashboard on desktop, you can still go in. If you this is the dashboard already. Let me show you how to get in here. This is all running terribly slow because of everything. We're just going to go with the flow. So usually you can be on, let's get out of here. Come on. Yeah, that's why I think it's a bug. I can see mention of it's working on Android. Okay, yeah, I think there's a bug with the iOS app. I think that's what it is. Okay, but basically, if you get in, I can't go out. It's not letting me out of the live stream section to go back into the live stream section. So let me click back in. Oh, now it's popping up the menu. I'm gonna have to wait for it to catch up. I have just oh, it's telling me I'm getting a health warning on my stream. So what I'm going to do is no longer screen share. I'm just going to turn the screen share off. I think that's what we're going to do. But if you go into live stream settings on the desktop, so you click go into Studio, and then up the top you'll see the little logos where you can do like an upload and different things. One of those is like a little broadcast logo. You click on that, takes you into the live stream settings, and then if you've got a live stream that's live, it'll be in the list, and you just click on that, go in, and then you go into the edit button, and then on the second page where it says connections and stuff, you can go in and actually put it in subscriber only mode. So if you're not, if it's not showing up on mobile, but I suspect that YouTube are going to fix that. They're going to get that fixed probably in the next app update. Because I'd say by this point somebody's probably reported it, and they're working on a fix. Anyway, let us continue down the list. Chat, my name is it's Lee, Anfield Road, Loudon Loft, on the backup channel, aka Mower Man. Yeah, subscriber mode. I think managing moderators can do that as well. And which is what Chantel suggested there. Special needs by biblical Christian rapper. Oh, interesting. I like that. How are you doing? I'm clicking and it's not coming up. That's how I'm doing. How are you doing? It's good to be here. Doing good. Learn Spanish World is here. If I can get the comments up, then I'm happy. We're just gonna go really simple today because I'm taxing out my MacBook Pro with eCam and running my Canon M50 into it. I'm running my iPad as a second monitor, and I'm also NDIing my screen in for the screenshots that I was showing of my phone. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit of a nudge. Paul Dixon's here as well. Welcome. Yeah, yeah, which is probably why I had trouble on both Chantel's streams this morning or yesterday, depending on where you are. But I could toggle my view mode okay when I was watching Linus Tech Tips because I wasn't a mod or anything. I could just go and just toggle top view to live view or all or whatever it is. I've even forgotten what it is. I can change to subscriber. Okay, there we go. Yeah. On. So if the Android app is still working okay, then that's there. Yeah. It used to be real simple to throw. I know. I think I probably did it to. I've done it to one or two streams I've modded for where I've thrown it into subscriber only mode. Because of a need. Sometimes it's because you in a troll inundation, and so you just flick at the subscriber only mode. Only subscribers can chat. If they've been a subscriber for X amount of time, you can set that. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, let me know if you got any more questions. I need to take a drink of water. Yes, we've got the ambient sort of pinky purple background right now. All right. Now I think it's the time. Let's jump over and quickly recap what they talked about on Creator Insider. And as I said, some of the stuff we've talked about before. So, but maybe you haven't heard about it before. So we're going to jump on in and have a look at that. And so yeah, one simple board. Here I am. I'm in the corner. That looks like crisper when I'm small like that. The joys of using the Sigma 16mm lens on my Canon M50 is it's so wide that I had to crop it in for Ecamm. Otherwise, you just see my messy room behind me. All right, Creator Insider this week. The first thing they talked about was on Studio Mobile, the Content tab. They roll that out. I've already seen that in the wild, so we should be able to demonstrate that one quite easily. If the phone that I'm logged in on actually has Studio on it, and it doesn't, that's awkward. This is my backup phone. This is my camera phone, so it doesn't have all the apps. You'd think I'd put the Studio app on. I'll get that on there really quick. But yeah, Studio the Content tab, they've broken that out so that you can look at things by whether it's a regular video, whether it's a short, whether it's a live stream, podcast, posts, different content like that. I want to show you a demo of it as soon as I can. Go YouTube. And it should bring up all the YouTube apps. Come on, West Studio, YouTube Kids, YouTube Studio, thank you. And it's got to download it. Yay. Wait for that to download and then we'll be able to just punch in straight away. Studio Mobile Content, the Content tab is the one. And yeah, we should be able to welcome. That wants to walk me through the first time. Wants me to sign in. I'm already signed in on my... Oh no, there we go. Just have to pick which channel I need to be on. Alright. Just going to scroll a bit. Let's jump over to the iPhone screen share. There we go. So down the bottom here, you've got like dashboard, content, analytics, comments, earn. So if I go to content, we can see here that we can sort by. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. Content tab, visibility. No. No. I swear that I've seen it done. All right. Yeah, we got maybe I'm just going to open it up on my other phone. Yeah, look, I got it on my other phone. All right. Camera time. I don't know why my phones are different because I've just downloaded the app onto that phone. So it's the latest app. Okay, focus. Okay, I don't want to focus. There's an extra line at the top there. So if you look at the one I got there, there's actually an extra line. This is video, shorts, live, and playlists. All right. So I don't know why it's not showing there. Anyway, let's jump back to our overview here real quick. We can pull these up here. Oh, that's not going to show it properly for the white on white. The warm pink hues instead of the blue. All right. So the second thing is also in this app is the comments tab is now going to be renamed the community tab, and they're launching that. And again, if you have a look at my screen share, it still says comments tab right now. I think they're rolling that out progressively on channels. I think I've still got the same there, but I have seen on other channels where that's already converted over to some of my other channels have already converted over. Like my other one still says comments, but that comments tab at the bottom will convert to community, and it will have an extra page in the front, which is like summaries and different things, where you can see different bits of information. And then once you click through, you can click through to the traditional like comments layout and interact with your comments that way. So that's the thing with that one. All right, let's jump back to the next points. AI generated video summaries. I have expanding how many videos this is on across more of YouTube. I have not seen this in the wild myself, maybe except for like in a demo. So this one I haven't seen, but it's basically where they just give you like a short summary of what the video is about. And so that who's a viewer can see the thumbnail and the title, have a quick look at the AI summary, and does that like seem congruent? Is it going to tell me the same? Does it sort of match up, or is it telling me something that's like different? So it's going to basically look at your video and summarize. I'm assuming that the goal is definitely not to give away the information, but just to give you a general outline as to what it is, which would be what you would have in your description anyway. If you do like a thorough description where you say in this video, we're going to be talking about this, and just sort of tease the what people are going to get out of it. I expect the AI video generated summary to do a similar sort of thing. The last one on here is Studio Desktop Chatbot. And this is going to be definitely in your YouTube studio. Somebody does have this. Now, this is an experiment, so not everyone's going to have this, and it's not rolling out to everybody yet, but they're testing it out. It's an experiment. There'll be like an extra button up the top near like where you can, if you're in YouTube Partner Program, there's a little chat icon where you can chat to a real person. Instead, this will talk to like a chat bot where you can ask some questions about your channel or about YouTube, and the AI will answer you. So it's another way to maybe just, hey, I'm stuck on something. What's your rules on this? And it will show you. It'll take you to, hey, here's our community guidelines policy, or whatever it is that you're asking for. I think that's a good thing. I think if they can help direct people to documentation, then they don't need to have people handling live chat for simple stuff. They can use AI for the simple stuff, and the stuff that needs somebody's actual human attention can get handled by the human chat people and human customer service people. So I think that could be good in helping to optimize how they help creators navigate YouTube. So let's jump back. All right. Let's jump back into the chat. Home Robert Repair in the house. Subscriber here. Live long and prosper. Welcome to the stream. I was half hoping that I would have access to the the super chat goals just so we could do like a live demo. But we'll save that for when I actually get it. So maybe it'll be next week, maybe it'll be next month. But we'll drop that in there at some point, which we don't need to do today. But if you're that way inclined, I'm going to drop that in the corner. So, you know, you of course can super chat anytime. But we'll say buy me a coffee. Buy me a coffee is pretty cool. I like buy me a coffee because it's handy and it doesn't take that 30% YouTube cut and that other X% of Apple when you do it on your iPhone or something. You know, the crazy things that Apple and Google, who have got a lot of money already, want even more of your money. I don't know what 30. I don't understand why it's 30% in this day and age. Like I know they developed the features, even for memberships, different things. They're giving you the platform to build the memberships on. They're giving you a platform to be able to process those super chats, those super stickers. But I still think 30% is a bit high. I think YouTube should consider dropping that a little bit. Maybe they could drop it to 20%. I think that would be a good olive branch to creators. Just you know, an 80-20 split instead of a 70-30 split. Especially when it comes to the, like, if people are like supporting you through their Apple device, and then Apple take their cut as well, and so that's even less that the creator actually gets, which is where stuff like buy me a coffee is handy as well. I just thought I'd mention that. So yeah, got any questions? Put a Q in front of it, drop it in the chat. We got a question. The public post community feature sounds like it's 2025 and it's opt-in only. It's definitely opt-in only. Like if you don't want to set up like a community sort of membership, well, not a membership. Let's not conflate that because it's not anything to do with memberships right now. If you watch the video that they put on the Creator Insider channel, I think yesterday, before last couple of days, the podcast with Renee and Andrew Edwards and another guy from YouTube, where they're talking about the community feature, where people can actually post on that community. So it's like a community, like your community tab, your community posts, your community section is on steroids. Not just the creator that can post things there, but also people who are subscribers can come in and actually post their own questions, images, GIFs, different things like that, and get interaction not only with the creator but also with the rest of the people in that creator's community. So I think it's pretty cool. It's like having like a little like mini Facebook group or Discord type thing in on the channel itself, on YouTube, on platform. So yeah, they're still testing it out, and I think they're still working out like what they actually want to include in that. I know in that video they mentioned, Andrew mentioned a desire. I think one of the things he requested was maybe the ability for people to post some short video content as well, which is how that's going to work. I don't know, because YouTube's already a video platform. I think it'd be good if you could like really bake in like reply to a comment with a short type thing into that community as well, so you can leave maybe even a voice message like you can on Facebook, or different things like that, not just images and GIFs. I think video and being able to post audio as well, whether you can just record it on platform, say, hey, I'm going to reply to your comment, but here I'm going to reply like my thoughts here in real time in audio. I'm speaking into my phone, and this is what I'm thinking about here. And maybe down the road they could even add like a Spaces, Twitter Spaces type, Clubhouse type thing where you can do just live audio as well, because you could already live stream. And just use the live stream feature and just turn the camera off seems a bit odd, but you didn't need like a slightly different interface on your phone where you can see the people who are there and people can come up and actually speak. built into the app. I think if they build in like a Spaces feature, that would be pretty awesome as well. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, and definitely opt-in only. Renee, I saw that Renee had a question about that on Twitter, and he said, yeah, creators will opt in if they want to take on that responsibility of creating that community on their channel, because yeah, there is a commitment to some level of moderation for sure, and to somehow spend even some little bit of time interacting with your subscribers, which is fair. If you got to make that commitment as to whether you want to do that, or carry on and just I'm struggling to upload my shorts, let alone run a community. I don't want to run a community right now. So okay, you don't have to. It's not required. It's all good. Chantel says over 50-50 split of channels that have the community comments, so it's rolling out. Yeah, I've seen it on some of mine, but not all of mine yet. I think it was last week or the week before. It might have even been on stream. All my channels, this main channel had held for review still in the comments. You can flick between public and held for review, so you can check to see if there's any things there. And then on some of my other channels, that already shortened to held. Just instead of held for review, it was just held. Now on this channel, it says held. So all that stuff is sort of just catching up. And so, it's a transition time for all that. 30 feels for high. I ended up with 90% using BMAC between BMAC and Stripe fees, and the money is in my account within just a few days. Yeah, that's why stuff like, the Buy Me a Coffees, and that integration works really well for doing that sort of thing. The fundraiser, get your chair. If you're doing that via like a super chat style thing, you'd have to wait till you pay out in the following month. So if you did it today here on the 2nd of November, you'd have to wait to after the 20th of December to get that money paid out to you. So you got to wait like a month and a half, which is probably the closer to the maximum. Whereas if you got paid a few days ago, it's going to be in this month's payout in November. So it's one of those things is the delay. You can call it delayed gratification, I guess, is one way of putting it. Last week, Google just posted record revenue for YouTube, so yeah, they probably could. Because they've got they've built in the R&D of that system. The super chat system has been in place for at least 5 years now. So the infrastructure's in place, and they're getting the transaction fees and whatnot anyway. So why not bring that down a bit and enable enable the creators to get a slightly bigger cut, because there's no real reason why they need to be taking the 30%. Yeah, which is the whole idea of like doing a beta test, a beta experiment, is to work out the bugs. So if you're getting bugs like that, you definitely want to work that out before you roll it out to a greater group of people, because if it's not holding up with a handful of people, it's not definitely going to hold up when the masses get it. So you want to iron that stuff out. My friend is in the beta, and we tested this a few times already. He gave him feedback weeks ago, but it's still not working correctly. Yeah, sometimes it can take a little while for him to go through the feedback and then take that on board, make some changes, and then start testing it, change, and make sure it's actually working now. Well, YouTube has a reason for 30%. It's all about the money. All about the money. Yeah, was there any other YouTube news this week? Like, I was looking through some of the socials. They were very quiet for YouTube stuff this week. So that's why I went and got that list from Creator Insider. Just double checked it. Some of the stuff that's come up before, we've talked about. So if there's any other features you want to talk about, maybe other stuff that's been announced recently, stuff we might have gone over before, but if you have questions about that, or you notice something strange, or something's not working, or anything like that, just drop it in the chat, and we can discuss that and see what's going on with that. What I'm interested in is pulling this up real quick to make a quick check while people are talking out there. Actually, it's very quiet in the chat today. Although everybody who's here is in the conversation, which is good. It's just a little bit of a quiet one today. Now, how for people in the US and Canada, how are you preparing? Like this time tomorrow, it won't be this time. It won't be like right now. It's what if you're on the east coast of the US right now, it's 8:12 a.m. This time tomorrow, it's gonna be 7:12 a.m. So you get an extra hour sleep. You're gonna wake up. You get an extra hour overnight. So that's something we have to get used to as well, because that time changes. We don't make a change here, and we're always putting up with that. At this time of year, with here through till when is it, Marchish, when it changes back again. Okay, I'm just gonna go to the settings. What we might do in a second is jump in and see what we've got coming up later today, later this week, in the way of live streams, and everything is running so slow. I need to make a mental note: don't live stream from my laptop. I probably would have been better off just live streaming on my phone. After all that talk about putting it in subscriber mode, I nearly accidentally just put it in subscriber mode. I was about to click on subscriber mode. That's not what I wanted to do. Have you ever done that? I'm clicking and nothing's happening, so I just got to wait. That's slow. Speaking of slow, who's seen all the if particularly for those who are in the Apple ecosystem, the new M4 Macs that were announced this week. We've got the new iMacs, we've got the new Mac Mini, we've got the new MacBook Pros. The latter two have like the Pro chips and the Max chips as well. So there's a whole range of new Macs that are available. Like, I was initially thinking, I'm going to check out this stuff, and maybe my laptop needs updating because it's still an Intel laptop. And oh, that's weird. That's not coming up. And so I was thinking, and then I looked at the prices on like MacBook Pro. If I was to replace my MacBook Pro in Australian dollars, I'm looking for well over 2,000 Australian dollars. It's like 20. I think it's $21.99, $23.99, something like that for the base model 13-inch. And or is it 14? Oh, they have 14 inches now. I can't remember. Is it 14 and 16, or are they still on 13 and 15? I can't remember. I think it's 14. I think it's 14 now. If I look at that, and then I weigh up, the new Mac Minis are powerful. I could get a base model Mac Mini, and what's that? $699 US. It's $999 Australian, so it's $1,000, which is well under half the price of that laptop. And I could get a decent sized monitor for a couple of $100, and I still come out cheaper than buying another laptop. And I realize now that I'm not really using this. I only use this laptop a lot, like, apart from I'm using it as a second computer right now because it's in a different room, different location. I could replace that with like another Mac Mini and be able to like edit and stream and everything off it. Like an M4 base model will kick my M1 with 16 gig Mac Mini that I got in my studio, and it still performs really well. I can live stream from it. I can edit on it. It does everything fine. But I could go to the base model M4 and still crush. I could probably just replace my studio with the M4. Put my older M1 here on my sort of my backup machine, so to speak. And then I'd be able to like edit in a second location, live stream in a second location. I'll be all set to go in the most part. So that's something I'm thinking about. Not that I'm pulling trigger on anything right now. I just what's going to optimize my workflow for making content and so forth. The funny thing is right now, I know Nick's scheduled his stream, but I'm not seeing it in the redirects, which means I need to go and find it again and get the URL so I can pull it up, which takes a long time. And it's probably causing my stream to stutter, but that's okay. I'm just going to read some from the chat whilst that's happening. Where are we up to? Oh, yes. And my chat's scrolling in the wrong direction. There we go. We went through it last week. Cat's still not happy. We've had an hour late. Yeah, it's like, yeah, the cat's going, what's going on? They don't use watches. They just use, the cats go by feeling. They just go by what's going on, the environment. What's it telling them? It says, well, the sun came up at the same time. Why don't you feed me at the same time? Yeah, that's the podcast with Renee, Andrew, and Aaron. Yes. iPhone 11. iPhone 11 is a solid. I had an 11 Pro Max before I got my 13. Before I traded that 13, I had that 13 as my backup camera because I got a 15 Pro Max, but then I traded the 13 for a 16 Pro Max. So I have a 15 and a 16 Pro Max. It's like the 16 Pro Max is my backup camera. That's like my backup phone, but it just doubles as like my primary filming camera if I'm filming outside my studio. Aaron Filner. There you go. I just it just. Yeah, New Mexico does change. Arizona is one of those weird states, rare states, I should say, not weird. I don't know if there's any others, but Arizona is the one I knew that didn't change. 14-inch and 16-inch, yes. Now I think the Airs are still 13 and 15. Because I know I was looking at like a bigger monitor and I was looking at the 15-inch Airs. Because that's the other option. I could go at an Air. I think the Airs are still on M3 though. Shark Scrapper in the house. All right. Okay, this is running. Okay, I want that. Let's put the URL in there. Seeing if my computer and YouTube want to cooperate with me. Okay, while it's thinking about that, let's jump back into the chat real quick. Yes. Adults too. So like I'm starting to get a bit peckish now, so I'm going to make sure I definitely give myself time between this stream and next stream to not only make a coffee, but to maybe get something to nibble on so that I don't have a hungry tummy through next stream. All right. Larry says, if I make a typo in the chat and delete it, YouTube deletes it. However, it always still appears on streaming software. Yes, most of the time it does. That's right. I noticed that Social Stream Ninja does the opposite. It will actually, if it's deleted out of the YouTube chat, it will actually remove it from the Social Stream Ninja chat feed as well. I've seen that happen. I was doing that last week when I was testing things, and I would delete my test, and it would remove from there as well. So that's interesting. But yeah, most of like Ecamm and whatnot does all that. Okay, I'm just making sure. Oh, I'm just getting that redirect to Nick's stream ready. It's all running really, really rough in the back end. Okay. I called the director and said, this baby is starving, and the parents told this teacher not to feed him until 11, but he needs food now. That's right. So the children dictate when they get fed, don't they? Especially when they're young. It's like they don't have any concept of breakfast, lunch, and dinner time and other meals. It's like, I'm hungry, feed me now. Chantel just had dinner, and it was tasty. Tasty dinners are always good. Nick is set up quite early, and that's a good thing because I needed a little bit longer to hook up the old redirect today. My poor laptop. My poor laptop couldn't handle it. Speaking of laptops and whatnot, I need to stop the NDI. That'll help with the lag from my other phone. So that's turned off. So I'm now not sending an NDI feed to my Mac for Ecamm to pick up. All right, if you have any more questions, drop a Q in chat and we can go through anything that you might have. Oh, I don't have the music, but I do have this. It's the last call. Let's call the last call. We can make it like a stretchy last call, but it's the last call nonetheless. So if you have a question that's been on your mind this week, maybe now is the time to drop it if you haven't dropped it already. All right. Maybe you need the laptop upgrade more than you think. Yeah, well, if I travel a lot more, then it might be more reasonable. But I just need to have a secondary computer that's powerful enough that if I do need to stream or edit, I can do that. Like I can edit fine on it. Like editing's not a problem on it. It is definitely slower than my M1 Mac Mini. But if you got the latest and greatest for great value, like a Mac, like a new Mac Mini, the base models are now 16 gig, whereas the old base models were 8 gig. So I'm already getting double the RAM for the same price, getting the latest chip, and I can get a huge monitor that's gonna. Because even if I get a laptop that's already got a monitor built in, with my eyesight these days, I still need a bigger monitor. So I got this clamshell, and I've got like a 21-inch sort of monitor, I think it is. All right.
Someone just
Drink coffee
Doug
when time change
coffee.
starts. Oh, that'll be sometime tomorrow my time. Larry drop the coffees there. Thank you so much. Boom, get those coffees coming in. I gotta say, I'm looking forward to having a coffee after this. That's for sure. So I'll be having one between streams, getting that ready very soon. It's the last call, y'all. Oh, I like that. I like that. Having been to Texas many times, that's very appropriate. Will you set that upstairs when you need to bail from the studio? That's a good question. My thinking is that the studio should have the latest and greatest because that's the one that does most of the grunt work. But at the same time, the existing M1 is still more than capable. So maybe that could retire upstairs with a new monitor, because I've already got the two monitors downstairs in the studio. So if I get another Mac Mini, I could put that in the studio. It would have to sit on the desk instead of under the desk, because right now I've got the traditional M1 Mac Mini, which has been the form factor they've had since like the 2011, 2012 Mac Mini. The big square, thick 1 inch sort of thickness, and so it's an amount that's screwed to the bottom of my desk, so it just sits under the desk, screwed to the bottom. But with the new form factor, I can't do that unless somebody's like getting out, like if Sabrent or whoever, one of the manufacturers actually gets out a new version of that handles the new M4 Mac Minis, which would be good. Then I might splurge on that. Because I like the idea of it being really small, that you can either hide it under your desk or mount it on the back of your monitor so that it's out of sight, it's not taking up desk space. Like, I've got enough stuff on my desk already. I've got my, on my studio desk, I've got my Rodecaster Pro 2, I've got my Stream Deck, I've got my keyboard and mouse, of course. I've got a dock or hub. It's a Thunderbolt 4 hub. That's a dock, Thunderbolt 4 dock. Where I can plug in extra things, extra monitors and stuff. The other beautiful thing about the M4s is they can handle the additional monitors natively. You don't need to have all this extra dock to power another monitor. You can potentially use one of the outputs, one of the Thunderbolt 4, Thunderbolt 5 outputs with the right adapter to the monitor, because there's a lot of monitors that run off USB-C. As well as your traditional HDMI and your DisplayPort, which is so I got like a hybrid DisplayPort HDMI setup. I got the HDMI out of my Mac Mini going to one monitor, which is the standard monitor. I've got a 4K monitor, comes out DisplayPort from my dock out to that monitor, so I have two monitors there. But with the setup upstairs, I just need one decent, like a 27-inch monitor, just so I can edit and live stream. I don't need the additional, for in the pinch, you don't need the additional two monitors upstairs as well, because this is just like a temporary, like a smaller space in a bedroom where I can come in and just edit when I'm not able to get into the studio to edit, which may not be a permanent thing, because if I ever move to a different house, and the living arrangements could be vastly different, and my studio could be set up and permanently available 24/7, and then that sort of eliminates even the need to have a second setup, if you know what I mean. So it's the technical things that you have to think about as a creator. That was a long-winded answer to that question. I'll tell you what though, when you're live streaming and you got a single monitor, like at least I've got, like right now I've got my monitor. I was about to pull that out, but that's all connected with cables. And I also have my iPad as a second monitor off my Mac, so that's technically a two-monitor setup. I have one of the chat windows on the iPad, and I have all my Ecamm stuff on my main screen. And then I can pull up. I just like keep Chrome minimized and pull it up where I need it. All right. I just stand up on its side so it's like a tower. So it's like a tower upright like that. That's cool. Let's see. I'm just looking at the chat here. It's tricky deciding to know which way to go. Future proofing sounds great, but do we know the future well enough? Like I've taken I've had this laptop since 2019, so it's 5 years old. Like I've had it for 5 years already, and it's an Intel, so that's why it's sort of like it's not chugging along like an M series chip would. And I've taken it with me to Vid Summit on 3 occasions now. So in 2019, 2023, and 2024. And the last couple I have used it. Like I did 2023, I did stream afterwards. Did like a weekend stream, so I did like get a stream in at like during the day or whatever it was. I think it was an afternoon. I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday afternoon after Vid Summit that year from my hotel room. So that was pretty cool. I was able to manage that. I kept it real simple though, and I think I was using either continuity camera with my phone, or I was using just the FaceTime camera on the actual Mac to live stream. So we kept it pretty simple there. Whereas here I'm running Ecamm with the whole bits. I think that time I might have ran with StreamYard. And I have edited basic stuff like on the go. Just did some simple like news videos, and then get them up while I was there. I know I did that this year, and I think I did one last year as well. So I do get a little bit of content done, but I just use it generally. Most of the time, I use it for just like when I have to like browse the web and keep on top of the stuff that I do. Like my creative stuff would be like doing comments and checking different things, maybe jump in on some work stuff, or just answering questions and different things. The different things that you have up your sleeve that you just sort of got to keep your eye on, even though you're out at an event doing event stuff. You still got to keep your eye on certain things, and so the laptop was good enough for that. It was doing the thing. Here we go. I think when my 32-inch curve dies, I'll just go with 2 standard monitors and go the 3. OMG, what I want a vertical for chat, like a vertical monitor for chat. So you swivel 180, not 180, 90 degrees one way or the other, and put your chat there. And blow it up real big, like I can read my chat without my glasses, that sort of big. That's pretty cool. Some stuff along the way here. I got 2 27-inch quads. Already had quads, but 4K with everything I wanted was way out of my budget. I ended up going. I initially had 2 24 inches in my studio, and then after about a year or two, I upgraded those to a 27 and a 28. Now the 28 is a 4K and 27, but they're so close in size that you can't really tell the difference. And so I use the 4K for my screen recording stuff, because that gives me like that extra resolution for being able to push in on tutorials and stuff a little bit better than if I just did it on like a 1080p sort of screen. Where are we up to? Yes, I do. We are in, as it says above there, we are in the last call. Ernie, we'll see you over in next stream. Definitely. Yes, a vertical monitor for chat. Would you get like a smaller one and then put it sideways, like a 21-inch or something smaller, and put it sideways next to, so it sort of fits in, or even something smaller, but it fits in. When I go sideways, it fits in with like with your bigger 27 inches or your 32s. Definitely. Here's Charlie, Midnight Madness 4x4. Welcome. Better basketball training. Oswish is here. Just in time for the last call. Yes, absolutely. Just in time for the last call, and this is the last of the last call. So we'll be wrapping up in a few minutes. But if you got anything more you want to ask or say, drop it in the chat right now. I tell you what though, it's warming up here. The weather is getting warmer. We're heading into summer, where I know a lot of people in the northern hemisphere are heading into the winter, shorter days. We're getting the longer days, the warmer weather. So it should be interesting as to how these evening streams for us here work out in the next few months. But we do it every year. We do enjoy through our winter period when it's a lot cooler. Sometimes it get quite cold. It was a very mild winter this year. It didn't get cold at all. But yeah, we're coming into the warmer weather. This is where we start sweating. Want Comfortable chairs. So Chantel's ticked that box today. Nice fan, air conditioner. Hopefully that'd be lovely. Different things like that. So, getting ready to hit the warmer weather and staying up a little bit later on these streams on the Saturday. That's the season we're heading into here. I think I would go more with the 27-inch so that when I don't have streams, I can swivel back and use it like a standard screen. Okay, I get what you mean. So if you had to, because here am I envisaging two 27 inches and then another one on the side for the chat that's rotated vertically. Which is one way to go. Like this monitor I've got in front of me, I can actually rotate. It's a Dell and it's on a stand where you can actually just rotate it. Like I could rotate it right now, but I'd have to go into the settings to make that sit in that sort of framing. But yeah, that's something that I can actually do with this monitor I got here right now. Which might be an idea. That could be the way of doing it. Because if I get M4 where I can run additional monitors, I can run my two 27 inches and then have this one vertical on the side just for live chats when we do live chats when we're doing live streams. It could be like the live stream sort of dashboard, live chat, a live stream dashboard and stuff, and then the other things are free for running your streaming software on one, and then your browser and everything else that you need to stuff you need to refer to on the second screen, and then you've got your chat battle station. With your chat windows, maybe Messenger and Twitter and stuff that you need. The YouTube live stream dashboard in the top or the bottom. So yeah, it's an interesting setup to consider. You got me thinking about things now. Yeah, it is a bit. It is a bit. I've had my fan going. I've got a ceiling fan above me. I might. And when I open the door up again, the bedroom door, I'll get a little bit, hopefully there's still a bit of a breeze kicking around. That would be good. After our time change, it'll get dark at like 5 p.m. in the evening. Hate that part. But the holiday lights are pretty. Yeah, that sort of sounds like our winter. In the dead of winter, it does sort of start to get dark around 5. Right now it's getting dark just a bit after 6, and I know once we get right into summer, that'll probably sneak up closer to 7. So that's always good. I have monitor arms so that I could turn it physically easily. Not sure my M1 Mac Mini can do 3 monitors though. Yeah, that's the thing to consider. There are some software solutions for additional monitors, but it can get a bit tricky. But I think I can pull it off. I might be able to pull it off. I'm sure I'll be able to pull it off with an M4. My M1 Mac Mini, probably not. Amazing Yacht Destinations in the house. Sorry for being late, but we'll watch the replay. Not a problem. No problem. Bit of a quiet one this week. A lot of discussion. A lot of me doing what we call in Australia, we call chin wagging, which is where we just talk about stuff. We shoot the breeze, talk about stuff. We answered a few good questions as well. Appreciate all the questions that people dropped in the chat today. Look at us planning for Mac 4 Minis. Let me highlight that one. There we go. So I'm gonna wrap things up by firstly removing the last call and the BMAC. Bring on the chin wagon. Indeed. And you can expect more chin wagging when we go over and check out this. It's called Nick Nemeth. And look at that. I didn't even set my camera up properly on that scene. Nick Nemeth's coming up 9 a.m. Eastern, so that's in like 20 minutes from now. And if I've done the math correctly, Andrew Can is like doing YouTube growth advice stream. 3 years of his Can Do community at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. If my mathing is correct, I could be off on that. But if you go to Andrew Can's channel, it will tell you the correct time for your local area, so that's always good. And then don't forget, I'll be back next week as well. Chantel will confirm in the chat if she, as of when I asked her this morning, she wasn't planning on live streaming this Sunday. But if you, because she did the chair stream earlier today our time, or yesterday your time, so yeah, be on the lookout. Just keep an eye on the socials as to what might be happening in that regard. And we will talk to you over on Nick's. If you stay in the chat, you'll end up in Nick's live chat. That's how it usually works. Chantel's still undecided, so it's like Schrodinger's cat. You don't, it either is or it isn't. You just don't know until it happens. So yeah, thank you for jumping in. I thought I was like, okay, I can't stream in my studio today. Let's just make sure we can still get it happening, and we did. So I appreciate everyone for joining me today, and we'll talk in next stream, and I'll also see you next week. And where's the end screen? There it is. Bye for now.